In the heart of a small, often overlooked village named Dhara, nestled beside a river that whispered tales of resilience, lived a young boy named Asha. From the moment he took his first breath, it was clear that his life would be a tapestry woven with threads of hardship and unwavering determination. Asha's home was a humble dwelling, its walls aged and worn by the relentless passage of time. The roof, patched together with whatever materials his parents could find, offered little protection against the fierce monsoon rains that often swept through the village. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of wood smoke from the small fire that served as their kitchen and the soft, persistent aroma of poverty. His parents, Mira and Ravi, were hard-working people, their days filled with toil from sunrise to sunset. Mira worked as a maid in the nearby town, her hands roughened by years of scrubbing and cleaning, while Ravi was a laborer, his body aching from the back-breaking work of carrying heavy loads. Despite their combined efforts, the income was meager, barely enough to put food on the table and provide for Asha's basic needs. Asha's childhood was starkly different from those of the children in the town. There were no fancy toys, no colorful books, and no exciting outings. His playground was a dusty village paths, his toys were pebbles and twigs, and his books were the stories his grandmother, a woman with a treasure trove of tales, narrated under the starlit sky. Despite the lack of material comforts, Asha's heart was rich with dreams and an insatiable thirst for knowledge. He would spend hours listening to his grandmother's stories, his imagination soaring to distant lands, where heroes battled dragons and princesses ruled with wisdom and grace. These stories ignited a spark within him, a belief that even the most impossible dreams could come true. As Asha grew older, the desire to learn burned brighter within him. He would often walk miles to the town's small library, his worn-out sandals slapping against the uneven road, just to borrow a few precious books. The librarian, an old man with kind eyes and a gentle smile, recognized Asha's passion and allowed him to spend hours poring over the books, his brow furrowed in concentration. Asha excelled in his studies, his sharp mind eagerly absorbing every piece of information. He saw education as his ticket out of poverty, a way to create a better future for himself and his family. His teachers, though used to students with far more resources, were consistently amazed by Asha's dedication and quick learning. However, life had a way of throwing obstacles in Asha's path. Just as he was about to finish his schooling, his father fell seriously ill. The meager savings the family had managed to accumulate were quickly depleted on medical expenses. Asha knew that he had to step up and support his family. With a heavy heart, Asha made the difficult decision to put his education on hold. He took on odd jobs, working alongside his mother as a cleaner and helping his neighbors with their chores. His days were long and arduous, his hands becoming as rough as his parents, but he never complained. He knew that his family's survival depended on him. Even as he worked tirelessly, Asha never gave up on his dream of getting an education. He would often carry a small book with him, reading whenever he had a spare moment, his eyes straining in the dim light. He also sought out anyone in the village who had some knowledge to share. He learned about basic accounting from the village shopkeeper, about medicinal herbs from his grandmother, and about the stars from the village astrologer. Years passed, and Asha's father eventually recovered, though he was never as strong as before. By this time, Asha was a young man, his body hardened by years of labor, but his spirit unbroken. He had saved up a small amount of money, enough to perhaps start a small business. But his heart still yearned for an education. One day, a new teacher came to the village school. He was young, enthusiastic, and full of ideas. He saw the spark of intelligence in Asha's eyes and learned about his circumstances. The teacher was impressed by Asha's determination and offered to teach him in the evenings after his work was done. Asha was overjoyed. He threw himself into his studies with renewed vigor, his mind as sharp as ever. He would work all day, then study late into the night, fueled by a burning desire to learn and a belief in his own potential. The teacher recognized Asha's extraordinary talent and suggested that he apply for a scholarship to a university in the nearby city. Asha was hesitant at first. He had been away from formal education for so long, and the thought of competing with students who had had every advantage filled him with doubt. But the teacher encouraged him, reminding him of his innate intelligence and his unwavering determination. He helped Asha prepare for the entrance exams, spending countless hours tutoring him and guiding him. Asha sat for the exams, his heart pounding with a mixture of hope and fear. Days turned into weeks, and the waiting felt like an eternity. Finally, the letter arrived. Asha could barely bring himself to open it. His hands trembled as he tore open the envelope and read the words that would change his life forever. "We are pleased to inform you that you have been awarded a full scholarship to." Tears streamed down Asha's face as he read the letter, tears of joy, relief, and gratitude. He had done it. Against all odds, he had been given a chance to pursue his dream. Asha excelled at the university, his passion for learning driving him to the top of his class. He made friends, participated in extracurricular activities, and even started a small tutoring service to help other students and earn some extra money. He never forgot his roots. He would often visit his village, sharing his knowledge and experiences with the younger children, inspiring them to dream big and work hard. He also supported his parents, ensuring that they had a comfortable life. After graduating with honors, Asha received several job offers from prestigious companies. He chose to work for a company that was involved in social development, as he wanted to use his skills to help others like himself. Asha rose through the ranks quickly, his hard work, intelligence, and dedication earning him the respect of his colleagues and superiors. He traveled to different parts of the country, working on projects that aimed to uplift underprivileged communities, improve education, and provide opportunities for the less fortunate. Years passed, and Asha became a successful and respected figure in his field. He had achieved his dream of creating a better life for himself and his family, but he didn't stop there. He established a foundation that provided scholarships to deserving students from poor backgrounds, built schools and libraries in rural areas, and initiated programs that empowered marginalized communities. Asha's journey was a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of education, and the indomitable spirit of the human heart. He had shown the world that poverty was not a barrier to success, that with hard work, determination, and a belief in oneself, anything was possible. His story became an inspiration to many, a beacon of hope for those who dared to dream of a better future. He proved that even the most humble beginnings could lead to extraordinary achievements, and that the greatest success was not just about personal gain, but about making a difference in the lives of others. And so, the boy who had once walked barefoot on dusty paths, his heart filled with dreams, became a man who walked the world with purpose, his heart filled with compassion, leaving behind a legacy of hope, inspiration, and the enduring power of the human spirit.